Hello frog freaks and welcome to the Steaming Toad once again. And look, this is the show that puts you right in the heart of Toad Hall. Now recently it's been a drenching summer right across Australia. Parts of Australia have had floods that they had never even seen water before. To examine this, let's talk to the Professor of the Drip from Echuca University, which was hit badly by floods. That is the Professor of Hydrology, Amanda Keller. Now, Amanda, before I let you off the leash on the flood issue, we've had many people email the Toad at Toad Central and suggest they need an explanation of the title of the show, The Steaming Toad.
What is
well, originally of course, we had boiling frogs. This was a discussion point in climate change and obviously green and climate issues concerning that if you put a frog in a cold pot of water, put the heat underneath it, gradually the frog would get consumed by the heat of the water because it was so stupid it wouldn't hop out as the water got hotter. So we're way past that. Like on MasterChef.
On MasterChef, yeah. That's how they cook them.
It's an incredible challenge on MasterChef if you've seen it. Anyway, we're way past that point. We've got toads now. There's only cane toads left. We're in the future. There's only steam everywhere. There's no gas. There's no nothing like that. So what we're talking about is the boiling frog was old school. This is way off the page, new school, the steaming toad. Coming back to the issue du jour, floods. Is there any part of Australia that is immune from inundation at the moment?
We've done a lot of computer modelling and a lot of research on this, and we've deduced that very tall people will be safe from floods, and people who don't believe in floods. If they just perhaps hands here, la 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 la, hold your breath, I think you should be okay. That's what our computer modelling is telling us.
Now, I'm very big on redesigning suburban architecture in Australia, and I've got several things. Waterproof housing, could that work? While you're thinking about that, how about inflatable housing? I believe the jumping castle is the future of Australian architecture. I think something that looks like a jumping castle obviously floats above the water, comes and goes with the tide, can go almost anywhere around the world. It's a fantastic idea. And the other thing is, apart from waterproof housing, waterproof clothing for everybody. So everybody wears wetsuits all the time. They have their mask and snorkel at the ready. Hey presto, floods are solved, cracked, boxed and buried.
I kind of like the idea. You'd have to take your shoes off in a jumping castle. Can you wear flippers in a jumping castle?
I think so. I'm not so...
It's more of a fashion thing for me. Look, I'm surprised that you say waterproofing. I mean, we were surprised by the floods. Sure, who knew that we shouldn't make houses out of sponge? Now we know that. Now we know we have to waterproof. What I'm looking for, and what my team tells me we need, is a big tree like the one they all lived in Avatar. I think that obviously is a solution. We're looking to find one of those and we're looking for funding.
Two questions still, Amanda, that bother me. Should I stay or should I go? When do you make that decision?
Well, there's nothing I'd hate more than to watch my beautiful wine collection just floating away. Yes, so I would suggest as soon as it starts raining, start drinking. No one wants to have a soggy collection of stuff, so sell it now. I've got some steps as to how you should maybe key steps to waterproof your life.
Yes.
Well, step one is obviously get steps. Step two, learn to swim if you haven't already. Identify tall people in your suburb that you can stand on if that's required. And I would suggest getting all your family treasures into one easily accessible place and throwing them out now. Soggy, worthless artefacts. No one wants them. And the most important thing, make sure you're renting and give someone else the insurance headache.
Then we come to the, if you decide to stay, how much is enough? You know, obviously you could be in there for several months. You'd have a fair bit to drink through, and you've already drunk yours before the flood comes at the first sign of rain. But let's say you decided not to do that. How much would be enough alcohol? Do you need DVDs and games to get you through those long, lonely hours ahead by yourself or with family members who, let's face it, you're sick after the first day, sick of being with after the first day?
I think after you've had alcohol, the games would naturally come about, don't you? What do you play when you've had a few drinks? What's your game du jour?
Well, take my trousers off. That's always my first game.
Is that tic-tac-toe?
No, I don't even have to do that. Just trousers off, pants away.
I know. We
One
could
drink.
all be playing Twister the whole time. Gee, I dread the rain at your house. You know, there are some more things like sandbagging. I think that's something we're all going to have to learn to do. We were very surprised by the Queensland floods. I don't think enough people know how to sandbag. I'd like to see old people in old people's homes sandbagging. I'd like to see kids in schools sandbagging. Prisoners sandbagging.
Good idea. Yes.
People on reality television sandbagging. I think maybe if we all had a quota of, say, half a dozen a week or something, I'm happy to do a roster. I think that'd stand us in good stead.
So you can see floods can be fun. That's
Fun.
That's another issue cracked, boxed and buried here on the Steaming Toad.